Good morning, my lovely, lovely Libras, cross-watchers, and channel fans. It's Laurie. I am here to do a career or money reading for you. However, I have been watching other career readings with my favorite tarot readers, and my own spreads are coming up with messages that don't feel like career or money. Okay, so even though that's what the label of the video is, it may come out completely different for you. You saw these cards come out in the pre-shuffle. So we have the Three of Cups, we have the Ace of Cups, and we have the Moon. And what I'm getting from this is a celebration that's going to turn, like, something may sour at and this is not your reading, okay? But this is what came out, so there's a message here for somebody. It's going to become like, it's going to leave a bad taste in your mouth. It's nothing to worry about. It's just like, wow, did that really happen? Wow, did somebody really say that? We were having fun. What happened? Why did that, have to happen? But it's like somebody maybe makes a toast and the words that come out don't come out quite right and it sounds negative. It's not an intentional hurt, so don't take it on that way. I'm also hearing in the turn of a fortnight, it'll be over and done with. You'll forget about it. It won't matter anymore. So just let it be. If that happens to you, if you're at, like, out to dinner, or if you're at a wedding, even if it doesn't hit you, like, it's not directed at you, but you hear it at a wedding, don't bring it up. Don't make a big deal out of it. Yes, especially if it was meant towards somebody else, leave it alone, okay? Yeah, you heard it, you acknowledged it, whatever, let it go. It's no big deal. And that's what the main message is. Let it go. It's not a big deal. And there's your confirmation on that. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we can come up with for your money or career. We've got the Three of Swords, so something that was a little bit disappointing, is going to be rectified here. All right, something's going to be fixed. It's been taking some time possibly to be fixed, or it may still take a little bit longer to be made right, but it will be. I'm hearing rook. Yeah, okay, I don't know what's going on. There's something about the right person taking responsibility for what happened. Now, that could be you. Something could have happened and maybe you didn't realize that you had any role or participation in that thing that created the heartbreak, distress. Maybe it caused jealousy in somebody else, which, you know what, we can't do that to ourselves. We can't filter how we feel, think, do, say, to the point where if we're celebrating something and somebody else is jealous of us, that's not our problem. That's on them. Okay, so don't worry about, again, like I said, you may have just been going along and talking to somebody about a blessing that you've gotten. Maybe you even labeled it. Hey, you wouldn't believe this blessing that I got, and somebody ended up jealous. You wouldn't even know it. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's not something you have to take responsibility for. No. But say you were at work and you were responsible for bringing in X amount of clients, but you only managed to bring in one instead of all of them, okay? Or you're responsible for a report so that people could move forward with a project and it didn't get done. You were sick or you didn't have the information yourself. Whatever it was, there was something that didn't work out. It's going to be fixed at this point. All right. And actually, this is going to, I'm hearing this actually happened because it had to happen. Whatever the disappointment was, whatever didn't work out, whatever failed, whatever didn't come through, whatever ball was dropped, actually was divine timing, was divine intervention. It was meant to happen so that this bigger and better and thing could come in here. Okay, for the long term. Okay, I'm getting a message here about, okay, so say you're at work and you need to do something and you've got to turn it into Your supervisor. We'll just say supervisor. However, for whatever reason, it isn't quite finished. It's not fine-tuned. Whatever you have, you're not turning it in. I'm getting some of you, it's even done, but you haven't turned it into that person. And then you come into work the next morning and you're ready to turn it in because you fine-tuned it. And you find out that person, that supervisor, isn't even there anymore. All right, so it was meant to happen like that so that the new supervisor could tell you, hey, you've got an extra week. Why don't you go ahead and double check that? Or if you're done with it, go ahead and leave it with me, but I'm not going to get to it right now. So it's like if you needed more time and you weren't satisfied with the way it was, you're going to be given more time. I hope that makes sense. I think it makes sense to you guys. All right. And remember, that's just an analogy, so it doesn't even have to be around work. All right, let's see what else we have coming out here. What might be a challenge or obstacle to this possibly moving forward or getting stuck? Is there a challenge? I'm starting to look at this position as a challenge or a blessing, okay? It doesn't always have to be an obstacle. And if it is, you can overcome it. Look at that, the Six of Lovers. Multiple people who are all on the same page did come through. So people who have a vision here of what needs to be done. Everybody's on the same page. Okay, even if there was this didn't work, all of a sudden it's being fixed or made right or moving forward, and it's because everybody's on the same page again. It's there. It says partnerships, intellectual energy, divine unions. So again, this feels like Spirit saying that had to happen so that could be removed, let go, delayed, whatever, so that this bigger, better thing could come in here. I just got a message of somebody needing to have taken time off. You may need to take time off. I'm already getting that this is the negative situation that's already happened. All right, this has already occurred. I don't feel like it's coming in now. It may for a couple of you. But this feels like it's something that happened recently or it's been ongoing for a little while, but it's about to be made right. Okay, this is where we're at for this reading. This is where things are moving forward. All right, if this happens for you, because it has not already happened, have faith. It's going to move forward very quickly for you. All right, what's on your mind here? Well, the Death card showed itself. That's the only one that showed itself. An ending. You want to close the door on this. You're ready to move forward. You're done. You're ready to transform. Let's go ahead and see what actually comes out here for you. You got the Nine of Cups, your happiness, celebrations, and joy. That's what you're focused on. That's what you desire, and that is what you will have. We also have a lot of, I keep hearing the word emotional intelligence, emotional stability, happiness, joy, feeling content. But it's good, positive energy. And it's like sparks flying, like brainstorming, visionaries grouping together, tossing ideas. You're happy. You want to be happy. You want to feel good about what's going on here. Now, again, I'm seeing this as possibly a love reading, too, for some of you where you've been heartbroken. But I'm not going to get into that. This is a career reading. If you're taking it elsewise, it's meant for you to hear it that way. Something else I wanted to point out about tarot that I've been noticing a lot lately is that when I'm doing my own readings, sometimes I want to make the whole reading about one person, but it's not. Okay, and I'm being reminded by Spirit that maybe this is about work, and then this is about home, and then the next thing is about somebody else entirely, or a different situation. So don't lock your brain into thinking any one thing or one person in any reading. Okay, keep your mind open, and Spirit will give you the best guidance possible for the message that's coming out. And sometimes I think that's why some people say, oh, this doesn't make any sense to me. because you're focusing on, I'm looking at the guy I'm involved with or the woman I'm involved with, but it has nothing to do with love. It has to do with money. It has to do with your career. It has to do with your neighbor. Okay, so don't limit yourself here with the message. All right, let's go ahead and see what we have here as far as the foundation of what's happening here in your career, your work, with your money. You've got the High Priestess, something that you didn't know, and the Magician. All right, so something is happening behind the scenes. Again, divine timing, divine intervention here. This is meant to happen the way it's happening. Look at this. You've got 3, 6, 9, which are the Tesla key numbers of the universe. Okay, I don't know how to put it any better than that. But then you have 1 and 2, the Magician and then the High Priestess. And that's the movement in the tarot deck. So like 3, 1, 2, and moving in the right direction, but it's 3, 3 of Swords, the balance of the threes, the things working out, things building. So something is definitely happening behind the scenes. Look at this, your immediate future, 8 of Pentacles. Your hard work is going to pay off, okay? There will be improvement here. Things are going to be moving forward steadily. And it says steady progress right on here. The Knight of Pentacles is not the fastest moving knight, okay? Takes time to think it through, plows the field meticulously, and then plants each seed one by one to make sure that he's not overcrowding the seeds or anything else. So your hard work is going to pay off. That's your immediate future. All right, let's take a look at the past influence here. What may have created this situation? What's the energy from the past surrounding this? 3 of Cups, see? You know what I'm hearing? An unwarranted celebration. Celebrating too early. Counting your chickens before the eggs hatch. Oh, okay, so something in the past should have gone well. I mean, this 3 of Swords I'm getting, look at that, 3, 3, and 3 now. I'm getting that whatever this is, everybody thought it was going to work out just fine, that it was exactly what was needed, okay? Again, divine timing, divine intervention here, saying, no, 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 that's not what's best. And it's not that anybody did anything intentionally to create that situation. But if there was somebody, I am getting this again, and I only touched on it briefly when I first got these cards, is that if somebody was responsible for not doing something, they're going to accept responsibility for that. Whether that's you or someone else, all right? The energy surrounding this is we want to be on the same page. We want to bring everything together. We want this to work out. And if this particular path isn't working, Spirit's putting a halt on that so that the bigger and better can come in here. And everybody sees that. Everybody's okay with that. Again, that analogy of, you're trying to get it done and, you've got a deadline and you're ready to turn it into your supervisor, even though you're not completely 100% satisfied with it. And you hold on to it that one last night, and then you go into work and it's a different supervisor that says, you got another week on this. I won't be able to get to it for that long. So that's how you get the time. You get that Knight of Pentacles energy, the steady progress. This is beautiful. This is good. This is really good. If this is your message, go ahead, drop me a comment. Let us all know that things are moving forward for you. And if it hasn't happened yet, which I do feel like this is coming for quite a few of you, that it's coming unstuck. Go ahead and just put a hands up and let us know that that's what you're waiting for. All right, so here, how do you view yourself handling this? The World, the Page of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. You're ready. You are so ready to pull all the resources together. You have mental clarity. You have divine truth. You're going to be victorious. You've got the smarts to carry and see this through. You've got the ambition is what I was going to say, but I think I was going to try to combine ambition. I don't know. Investigation, checking things out, having those bright ideas, okay? Seeing the world and all the resources around you balanced. I love this. So you're more than confident that you can handle this situation. And I'm actually getting gratitude here. The tree of life, for some reason, is screaming to me that you are grateful for this thing not working out. Because now you see, if that had gone forward, it would have been the ending. It would have just fallen on its face. But because it fell short here, before it was put out there, before it came to the finish line, you were able to salvage, I'm hearing salvage, resources, money, clients, dignity, peace of mind. I'm even hearing that somebody may have been able to keep their job, because if that had gone through, if this thing here had gone through, somebody's might have been cut loose, okay? And I'm really getting here that this was meant to happen. And whether it was you that would lose the job, or a coworker, a supervisor, or somebody else, okay? And because it didn't go, it salvaged the person that needs to stay. That person who needs to be a part of this. All right, let's go ahead and see what your environment is offering up here. Look at that, a change of direction, but it's purposeful action, focus and determination, victory and success. So you have it right there for yourself. It's there. All the support that you need, everybody's on the same page. You're taking this new thing in the right direction. Beautiful. Beautiful. And I am being called to notice that we have a black horse here. We have a chestnut, and then we have a white. All right. And the white one is just barely there. We know it's there, but it's heading off into the future. It's already going in that direction. And that's the truth. So this is like a middle ground energy here. So it's not too far off to the right. It's not too far off to the left. And you're bringing something back to life is what I'm hearing here. All right, that ending, that world card there, something had to end, and now you're resuscitating, bringing it back, finding the balance, turning it from dark into something good. Beautiful energy. Let's see what's happening behind the scenes here. What do you not know? You've already got the Magician and the High Priestess. The Five of Swords came out in the reverse. So it says here, any aggression or battles, arguments, difficult co-workers, difficulties that you were dealing with, any issues of control or dominance, they're over and done with. You may not see it yet, but it's coming to an end. Okay, it is coming to an end. Five of Swords in the reverse. It's in the hidden realms. All right, let's see what your most likely outcome is going to be here. For this message, you've got the Nine of Wands in the reverse, and you've got the Star card in the reverse. All right, so any energies of defensiveness, of feeling like you aren't going to be able to make it through, okay, a lack of endurance, of feeling defensive is gone. That's gone. Any lack of endurance, it's gone. Anything where, oh, you know what it is? Self-reliance too. There's others around you that you can count on. With this Star card coming in, I realize these both came in the reverse. It says divine renewal here and a soul alignment, okay, and healing and hope. And I do feel like that is what's coming in here, that the defensiveness, feeling like you're doing this on your own, like you can't get through this. You're doing the best you can, but you're not going to make it through. You are. Okay, this really, to me, is beautiful. We're going to get another card here. We're going to look on the bottom of the deck. Look, justice is served. So whoever it was, whatever was wrong, it's ending. It's over with. Your emotions are going to come back into balance here, emotional intelligence, emotional stability. Queen of Pentacles, disciplined, caring, healing, stability, confidence, humbleness, and there's the victory again. Six of Wands. So this is going to turn out, again, it may not turn out right away, but you're definitely going in the right direction. I'm getting like this is a project you're working on, and it's not going to happen overnight. You're taking things in the right direction. There will be healing, okay? You won't be going it alone anymore. You will have the team working together. If there was somebody that was, I'm sorry, effing everything up, messing it all up, causing chaos, that's going to be over and done with soon. Now, it could have been that supervisor that I keep bringing up here, okay? So literally, there could be a person around you who has been disruptive, creating chaos. You know, they could have been intentionally trying to sabotage the company or somebody at work, you or someone else on the team. Because I do feel like this is mostly a team, like a work environment where everybody's has a part to play. So somebody may have been out to get you or someone else, okay? And maybe it was the supervisor who was out to get the people, and it backfired. The truth was seen. Justice is brought here. All right? Beautiful. All right, let's get you an angel number. We're going to actually read 333 from the angel book, too. Let's see what we've got coming out with that. It says equilibrium. So see, things have been out of balance. Nurture your mind, body, and spirit connection. Get some meditation going. Find your center. Find your peace, okay? I'm also, it says here to finally start a vision board that you've been holding off on. What I'm hearing with that is not necessarily creating a vision board, but changing your perspective on this and letting things like put it up there, put it out there, but let it be. Kind of just step back and take a look at it. All right, your angels want you to look at the areas of your life that are not completely healthy at this moment and do a self-correct. So if you've been feeling overwhelmed, feeling like you're doing it on your own, ask yourself, is that really what's going on? All right, or are there other people around you that can help you? Wow, what an intense, I mean, this is a beautiful message here of hope, of things going your way. Look at that, 1111, wishes coming true. 9 of Cups energy here. Again, it's going to be about moderation. Not everyone's going to be the shining star. And I think somebody here, not you, somebody you're involved with, somebody on your team, somebody in the company, somebody involved in making money with you, whatever it is, thought they were the bee's knees. They thought they were everything. And they're gone. They're going to be gone or put in their place, unfortunately. Fortunately, but unfortunately, because usually people acting like that comes from a sense of insecurity. All right, so moderation, patience, going with the flow, self-realization, knowing who you are. I love that. Manifesting your dreams and your desires. The 1111 is a gateway, a portal, a door's opening up for you. It's stability. It's also a need for taking action when action is called for. So the door's closed until it gets opened. And once it's opened, move forward with determination. I love that. All right, you are going to be in for a lucky break, my loves. It may come as either happy news, an experience, multiple experiences, new opportunities, or an exciting new relationship. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time. There is that divine timing. It is not a coincidence, but a gift from fate. I'm telling you, this is meant to fall apart, meant to be delayed, meant not to move forward. Consider yourself very, very fortunate here. that this, whatever this is, and you may be feeling heartbroken over this. You may be feeling right now like this is awful. This is devastating. My career's over. No, take a step back and realize things are working out the way they're meant to. Spirit is actually guiding you. All right, we're going to take a look at the Sacred Forest Oracle message here for you. And see what comes out. We've got Dragonfly Spirit, the change that is necessary. And look, it's a 12, which is a 3. So you've got 4 3s now. Yeah, that's pretty incredible. All right. So it's about the changes, allowing them, okay? And you also have here, if you can allow it to happen, here comes the prosperity. Excuse me. And this is card 5. All right, so 5s are about change. Little things, not big, huge changes. Little changes, subtle changes. Shifts in the way we think, see, and feel. And that's what brings in your prosperity. All right, I'm done choking, I hope. All right, so the bee spirit says, the sweet abundance of the universe is flowing into your life soon. However, you will need to take action and perhaps join with others to align with the frequency of your dreams, of getting this to work as a team. Believe that you deserve and your goal will unfold. Believe that this is meant to happen, all right? Because it is meant to happen so that you can have something better. But it's not about going it alone, okay? It's about working as a team. All right, so the spirit, and I'm getting here, the crux of this energy right here, the 3 of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles, and taking responsibility is what causes this to move forward. Okay, the new thing, for this to end. This could be, I just heard somebody maybe apologizing for maybe saying something they shouldn't have said. Remember the 3 of Cups and the other things that came out before your reading? It's never a coincidence. There's some sort of tie or confirmation there. All right, so if you did say something that was out of alignment with who you are, or may have caused discord, disruption, unease, and you're worried that this is the end of your career, the end of your job, take responsibility for whatever part you might have played in this. And that actually puts this to rest and allows everybody to be on the same page again. But it can't happen if we're not willing to take responsibility for the mistakes we make. Well, yeah, maybe you knew what you were doing when you said what you said. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you were inebriated. Maybe you were just hurt. Whatever the reason, it's when we take responsibility for our actions and what we do and say, and we don't intend to do or say that again, and we truly want to fix the situation, that's when people see the divine in us and they are willing to forgive your transgressions, okay? Because they would want you to do the same for them. All right, so Dragonfly says, Dragonfly Spirit says, be willing to change your perspective and good fortune will follow. Sometimes you need to back up to go forward. As people get older, we tend to find it harder to change. Not all of us. Sometimes certain things are, but like our pants, it's kind of hard to get them off and on. Sorry. I take that back. Okay, so we're going to go. So it can be harder for us to change at any point in our life, okay? So in order to stay youthful, please have some fun. Laugh at your follies. Don't take life too seriously. And be willing to make the changes that need to be made without hesitation. Okay, if we know we need to take responsibility for something, own it. Own it. Move forward. Everybody can get on the same page. And it brings in the changes that are necessary. All right, my loves, I hope you've enjoyed this message. If you have, please do me the kindness of tickle tapping, booping, or zapping, BOOPING. the like button for me, okay? Claim this in the comments. I've noticed people have stopped liking videos, not just mine, other ones. Please give it a thumbs up. As soon as you come into the room for any of my readings, and if you change your mind and you don't like the reading, you can always take that thumb away. But YouTube needs to know that you guys appreciate and like the messages that you're receiving, okay? Or even just me and my foibles where I bring my fun out. All right. Anyways, I love you guys to pieces. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, there's my bread. Right on time. Until our energy crosses again, I'm wishing you much peace, love, and happiness. Bye-bye. And it's pizza night.